Okay, this is going to be the first dry run of how I made the X-ray views of the CyberTruck before it's released. Let's see how we do. So, go over here to my video editing software. Here I am with the Scotty Kilmer ripoff of his little thumbnail, and I'll expand this. Here we go. So, CyberTruck Teardown. I don't know. Did I do it? Did I not? Oh, I did put it down here. Not really, but close. So I'm not lying, but it is a bit of a clickbait, which I claimed I'd never actually do, but this is kind of fun to mimic some other people's clickbait. So I'll start playing it a little bit. These are 3-second clips. I'll try to stop it. Of course, you go to the Tesla store to go pick up your baby CyberTruck. They got a little CyberTruck farm there. They're young yet. They're not quite ready for release, but I had special permission to get this cute little baby CyberTruck here.
Look, it's a CyberTruck.
There he is, running around on the floor. Of course, this one's a little banged up, a little scratched up. I'll show you here. Yeah, see, he's got some war paint on him already. He's got an operational. Yeah, there he is again. Let's move him kind of quick. Top's very scratched up, very well used little CyberTruck. And here they are being born out of Rivians. Check that out. There it is. Ta-da! And then you get a nice little package. CyberTruck. And then you get out to unbox and you get to look all cool and take a few shots with it. Mine was pristine. And there we go with a little CyberQuad. Powered it up. And then here I took some sample videos or sample shots that we found on the web and tried to get the best resolution I could, which was very difficult. They're all very grainy. And I took this and I inserted this into my editing software, and then from this, and I cut it out, and here we go, and this is its cut out, and then see here where I did the highlights. So I highlighted the gigacasting in the front, highlighted both the gigacastings in the rear. So I believe there is an upper and lower piece, and I think there's another one back here that was obscured in the picture. So I spent a lot of time staring at this thing, looking at it, and then cutting it out. So then I used my CyberTruck toy and tried to do an overlay, and then try to bring it in. You can see the line, it doesn't line up perfectly, but then I used a fade in effect. We're playing, there we go. Faded in, you can see it, and then more and more, there's a skeleton of it, and then there's the castings all highlighted. So yes, it is in both an endo and exoskeleton, given that you've got pieces up here that are probably going to be glued aluminum to stainless steel. They're going to be very tough, and that stainless steel on the outside is going to add structure to it. I believe, like I said, I think there's another piece up in there, and I wasn't initially sure what this piece was, but it actually is for the hood. After we saw some photos after I did this of under the CyberTruck's frunk. And I saw exactly these pieces on both sides. It wasn't in there in the original picture, so I wasn't quite sure what it was. So moving on. Okay, there's the full truck, and then I think I moved on to something else. Okay, so this right here is the factory picture. So we've got, once again, it was not the best image to work from, so I had to kind of cut everything out, fully ignoring all the robotic arms and stuff like that. Other people know a bit more about that, and Dr. Know-It-All and one of his guests were going pretty deep into that. So what I have here, you can see the castings, but it's very difficult between the bare aluminum and the steel structures to discern one from the other. So what I did from there is zoomed in and cropped it out, and there's a crop out, and then I highlighted. So we got, you can see the gigacastings up front, and then through the windows in the back, which are vents. So when you close the doors, that the vehicle doesn't just build up with air pressure and makes the doors hard to close. So those are relief vents that looks like they vent into the back of the vehicle. But you can see these here. Moving on. Are we moving on? Moving on. There's the truck body over top of it, photo taken from a similar angle, and then overlaid in there. You can kind of see where, oh, well, okay, moving on to the back. and cropped out this rear picture, and then showing the encastings in entirety. So these are the other pieces I was talking about that weren't present in the other picture. But yeah, I can probably highlight these as a different color to showcase the differences like I did in the other picture. And a toy truck taken from this angle, and you can see the suspension from the toy truck, which is not the suspension you're going to see in the CyberTruck. And here we go. And this is the exploded view I did. Of course, removing the wheels, the battery electronics cover, skateboard platform, and then went a little further and broke apart the skateboard platform, and then took the wheels away for a better view, and then brought it all back together in another video. But I think this right here is back up. Back here is I think a very big missed opportunity for companies like DeWalt, Milwaukee, and Ryobi. They could probably easily have their name on charging stations, which would be really cool to pull up to a DeWalt charging station and plug your vehicle into DeWalt and amplify the whole working aspect of trucks. But yeah, there we go. That's how I did it. Any questions? Leave it in the comments, I guess. I'm not one to beg for that, but I will interact with people who have some good questions. Thank you.